Next stop, paperwork. Now, don't be put off by the sheets of paper. Lots of things are electronic nowadays, although I still quite like a bit of paper every now and again. Anyway, in this section, I wanted to talk to you about 3 different sets of documents that will be useful during the process of your transaction. Number 1 is a heads of terms document. This isn't a massively long document. It can be quite short, but it will set out the broad terms of the deal, and it will commit the parties to behaving reasonably during the contract negotiation. Although it's non-legally binding, expectations of reasonableness have been held up by the courts. One example was a developer and a landowner who entered into a deal under which both parties agreed to do everything possible to bring the deal to a conclusion. Immediately after signing the heads of terms document, the landowner went to the trouble of making a planning application. He incurred the costs and fees of drawing up all these drawings. Meanwhile, the developer was around the back talking to another landowner straight away. Didn't even wait to give the landowner one chance to do anything. Then the developer decided to go ahead with landowner 2. So landowner 1 was a bit annoyed about this. They took them to court, and the court decided that the developer had not behaved reasonably and held the developer responsible for the landlord's costs in producing the planning application. So they can be very helpful documents, and even where they are non-legally binding, they do provide a bit of a roadmap for what's coming next. What's coming next is the contract itself. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, from something as small as 20 pages to something that might be a couple of 100 pages long. It is all about proportionality and relativity. In my opinion, low value deals should have short contracts and small warranties, whereas high value deals will need something a bit bigger. Throughout the contract negotiation process, it's really important to talk openly with your client about the contract clauses, what they mean, what the impact is, and take their advice on which of these things matter and which don't. Then there's a third bunch of documents that you're going to need ready for the day of completion, and they are the ancillaries. They include things like the stock transfer forms, directors' resignation letters, board minutes, shareholder resolutions, the boring stuff. It's all too easy to overlook those, but they're all essential for the actual completion day itself, and they need to be ready. So prepare them in advance, get all the paperwork agreed, then you can look forward to the day of completion itself. Thank you.